Welcome to my meditation. Today we are going to explore ourselves. We are going through self journey. So you can do with eyes closed or open. Either way. There is no specific way to do it. Whatever you feel comfortable, you can do that. So let's go back to our origin, means this body's origin. So go to the very first day when you were born through the mental eyes. The very first day. You are nothing. You don't know anything. Your mind is completely free. There is nothing that you needed. You were just very empty there. You cried very first time. Then your mother feed you with milk. Then you came to know that when you cry, you will get something to eat. You don't know what's your name, where you're from, which country you live, which community you belongs. Which language you speak. What you know. Nothing. Slowly you start adding information about yourself. Before this, you did not have any self. Now, slowly you started to develop a mental entity called self, to which you direct everything you learn every day. Then you heard sound that people were talking in front of you. You learn the way of laughing. You feel the happiness of the peoples. You saw happiness in the face of people when they saw you. They grab you, they kisses you. Then you came to know that this is how people make love. This information you added to the entity called self. Next time, when people grab you, you started to expect that they will kiss you, they will love you. The self, the created self, started to expect similar things that happened last time with current situations. And slowly days passes. You started to mimic the sounds they produced in front of you. The parents. They started to teach you about the symbol so that you can write. They started to teach you how to pronounce, how to make specific sounds, which they are familiar with. Then you keep adding those information to yourself. And after some times, they started to label you as some name according to their wishes. You added the name label to you. Then time passes. Slowly, you started to adding more information about how they behave. You started to eat the things that have been fed to you. Some food you might taste good, and then you prepared to eat. Some food you didn't. You tried to ignore that, and those people around you started to taking care of you. Mostly a person which is very close to you and which give birth to you is always for you. Always there whenever you feel hungry, whenever you feel need of someone, she is there. And you already learned a technique how to call her, how to take attentions from her. Slowly you started learning many things. In the beginning you don't know what to do and what not to do. You were free and you started to exploring everything on your own. The people who are around you praise something that you do and scold something you do, some other things you do. Then slowly you add the information to the entity called self that you should not do this because people don't like. You should do this because people are prepared to do that. You should do this because people praise you when you do it. When you do it. When you do something and it is against people's they don't praise you, then you shouldn't do that. So you started learning rituals and behaviors. That's what we call cultures. So you were empty at the beginning, but you already had tons of information to yourself. You even created the whole self, mental identity, which is completely based in the outward observations. Slowly, the real self behind you, when you were born, was there always, and the self that you have created, slowly covering yourself, your true self. Then you started to go to the college, which is just an institute which is created by the people. They had a set of rules and proper structure that they find it They, it is good for people, and they should teach the newcomers like you. Then you join the schools and you started to learn those formal things, those predefined sets of rules, predefined sets of information. It is no matter whether you like it or not. Nobody asks you. The people around you, everyone said you should do that. Because everyone is doing that. Then you added predefined information, which I would like to say dead informations to yourself, the self-created self. Then you grow up. You were tiny at the beginning. You need help from the people to survive. But now, slowly you already grown up. Now you can do yourself most of the things. You don't need to depend. Upon other persons. While growing up, you added information in two ways. One ways that are good, because people praise you used to do that. And another part, or I would say back, you put all those things that you wanted to do, but people were against you, so you didn't do that. You put those things into that bag. And there is third bag where you put those things that people said you shouldn't do that. Now you can imagine you were free. You had a lot of freedom at the beginning, and your freedom is continuously captured by outward things that you have learned from your peoples. Then you completely covered the real self, what you were in the beginning. Now you started to believe that you are and yourself as that mental entity that you created during your grown up. Now you have plenty of things to know, to remind, to observe. Then slowly you started to do the things that you wanted to do, because now you are capable of. But it depends upon what society or what people said, good or not. If they said good, you do it openly and freely. But if it is the things that you wanted to do is in the bad things category, then you started to do it. Underground way. But still you started to do it because you can do it now. You don't need any help from anyone. This is how your life started. Then life goes on. Now your body fully developed and your mind started to need a pleasure. Then slowly you fall in love with someone. Then you started to take that as you, because the fake yourself has plenty of things, such as what you like, what you don't, what you prepare, what you want to do, what you desire, what your wishes. So many things. Then you added one more self into yourself by the name of love, by the name of companionship, by the name of cooperation, by the name of marriage, by the name of relationship. Now you have a two individual self going together towards destinations. Then you formally engage into the marriage that has been created by the society. To avoid random arrangement between the two selves. If you formally arrange two selves together in such a particular way, then it will not harm the rules that has been created by the society, other peoples. Then slowly two self started to create a new persons, new self like you. And these cycles continues. Slowly, your body started to decrease the functionality. The self that you have created has already had information about how you look like. You are good, bad, right, excellent, talent, goals, and those things. And slowly the self that you have created has powerful power that you believe that it had. Now it decreased slowly. Now you already had information about what you wanted and what you got. If you have found something what you wanted, then you added some things that said the happiness that you said that you are good or you are happy. If you did not find what you wanted, then you label it as a badness or good bad luck or something. Then slowly it is increases, and finally you came to the end point where it should be dissolved, which has been created. Now it's time to dissolve the self that you have created before. The self which you said you it's time to dissolve it, and it is only possible to dissolve with dissolving the body, because this false self created with the body very first day when the body created it. The false self also created together, and now it's the end point. It will dissolve both. Then finally what it remains? Nothing. If you notice the whole journey, you might know that you came from nothing and will end in nothing. Whatever you have created in between is temporary, and it always changing. It never remains same. Every moment, every time, every second, every minute it's changing, and it changes it changes and it finally disappears. So this is all the journey of the self, the false journey, the false self. Now, come to the point where you are right now. You may be in middle of the expected ages, or at the end, or in the beginning, wherever you are. You already know about what you have created and what you are covering up. So for a second, just drop the idea of your false created self. Just drop where you want, where you belong, what you know, what is fake, who you are. Completely drop everything else. What you are doing, what language you speak, which culture you belongs, which country you belongs. Just drop everything from your mind. Then you notice what remains there. Nothing. It is completely empty. Nothing remains there. Now, try to feel those things. Try to feel sadness, difficulties, fear, jealousy, those things. Can you feel that? No. And empty. In nothing, there is nothing at all. Those all things dropped with the mind, with the self that you have created. Now, just be aware of what you created. You already know that nothing is there. You are just nothing. So when you take back those things with the self that you have created, everything comes with you. Misery, happiness, sadness, fear, success, enjoyment, pleasure. Everything is dependent upon what you have created, called self, and what you believe that you are. Now you clearly see or feel that you are who you are. You are just nothing. You are not what you have created or what people put into you. You are completely different, completely free and empty. Nothing is there. No one can touch it. No one will affect you. And it is not changing. Never changing. You never born. You never die. It's just the body, or just a small cell that you have created with the body, born, and it will disappear with the body, which we call die. So, from now onwards, whenever you feel those things, be aware of who you are, and you will know, and you will feel the joyness or permanent happiness within you, because you are the happiness of yourself. Nothing is there. Happiness is not a thing that you achieve or have. It's just your true nature, and if you remain always in your true nature, nothing can touch you and nothing can bother you anymore. Thank you very much.